Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Aquarius. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Aquarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Aquarius. I was shuffling the deck, cleaning the deck, and the deck split with the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And the first thought that I had was that an offer is a burden. And then we have the Ten of Wands come back with Ace of Cups and the Chariot. So when I saw the Ten of Wands first, following by the Knight of Cups, that was the first thought, that it was a burden. But then I said, no, it's hard work. And now I see here the work or the burden, because again, do take it as it resonates. Not everybody's going through the same thing in the same moment, which is impossible. So for tarot to see the flip side of it is too much for someone, or it is in a working process that has to be done for another. You see, it is either there is a burden or it is being burdened. And the burden is in the love here, the desire, the will to do the work towards the commitment is the answer to my question, is it a burden or is it hard work? And that is where you come in. You decide. Is the burden for the commitment coming from your end? Or are you being burdened because you want to offer a commitment? Either way, you have the will and the desire to move forward with that. And the work in itself is to give you that self-love. It is a new beginning. Again, we're seeing that endings are happening. Again, this is an ending, putting down the burden, which is what we would want to do, because to carry the burden is what you've been doing. Maybe you are burdened by an offer. Maybe someone is provoking you to, or triggering you to make an offer. Here we have that self-love. This is the abundance, overflowing of love. This is where the work comes in, where you've been working on yourself, or maybe you need to. Maybe you need to put down the burden and allow love to take over. Here we have the High Priestess showing at the bottom, and still have cards poking out. So this is the Six of Wands. So there is a victory. There is a victory to be had. And again, the work in itself, the desire, the will to move forward is what is pushing this work, the desire to carry the burden of love. Again, I'm not using reversals, but the cards do show themselves when I need to see a reverse card. So Aquarius, mindset. Again, the deck splits with the Ace of Swords and the Empress. So being honest, being truthful, and being abundant and victorious and having. So for someone, the hard work of putting out that effort to get into a relationship will be victorious. And this card just wanted to show itself. Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign. Could be dealing with a divorcee. Could be dealing with a legal situation in itself, where the burden of proof is in showing that self-love. Being able to give, being able to be open, being able to speak about what it is you love to someone that you love. Aquarius. It's going to be a new beginning. Again, we have the Seven of Swords showing itself. We have the Empress. So it could be for strategy. It could be for betrayals that have occurred. The burden of that commitment, or burden of love. Love in itself is being burdened because of betrayals and such. I mean, take it as it resonates, but it seems to be a difficult beginning with this reading. I'm using the Crow Tarot deck. As you see, it is different from the last readings. And it's an 8-card spread, which is really random cards being selected to talk about where you are at, what's brought you to where you are now, and where you've headed in the direction that you may be wanting to go, or hoping to go, or not, or it is just that. It's where you've been, because this card is an accumulation of experiences and circumstances, and it's brought you either to your knees, or it's lifted you up, or it's changed your mindset, or it's influenced you in some way, what you've been through. And we've all been through quite a bit. And October is, for some, a new beginning, in the sense where we're celebrating a new start in cycles. And for others, it is an ending, where we're looking toward the end of a year, and we're looking back at what we've gone through and where we hope to go at the start of a new year. Either way, a new season is upon us. We're going into the fall up in the northern hemisphere. So we're looking at where we're setting out to go from this point. And the second card is what would be our moment in time now, the present for some. Again, it depends on the timeline that you're following. Not everybody's going through the same thing. So depending on what this card will say, this is the immediate future as to where we've come out from with this card. So this is the foundation of what will be our past, bringing us into our present, which would be here. And then this card is a trigger for the future. The third card is what has held us back, or could be holding us back, or hindering us from what it is we want to do, or it could very well be what is helping us get to where we want to go, or what we want to do. Third card. The fourth card is our deepest, darkest fears, our hopes, the subconscious, something we can't actually hold on to, but we have a feeling. We know it's there, we can sense it, but we can't put our fingers on it so to speak. But it is our subconscious, and it is there. It is to be recognized. The fifth card is what is grounding us and keeping us steady, what is our push and pull to make us move forward, or to say no, we need to hold back. This could come from spirit, this could come from deep within. Again, it is a direct reflection off of the subconscious, but it is what is keeping us afloat, keeping us going, giving us that momentum. And again, it could come from people we know, it could come from deep within, really depending on what the card shows. The sixth card is our experiences. Now check to see how they fit in a moment. Can't help but want to move them because I have a cup of coffee sitting next to me. This is our past, lessons learned from, could be what has hindered or helped us in the past, our mindset, our circumstance, our subconscious, things that we've gone through over a certain period. Now that could be any time. It could be weeks ago, months ago, even years ago. It is in the past. However far back you feel connected to the card, when I do flip it, you will know. And then the 7th card is outside forces. Now again, this could be circumstance, this could be people, this could be spirit. This is the environment, people, places that you've been in or dealing with. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. And when I took the sip of coffee and I saw the card, I wanted to breathe in. But Aquarius, it is a question of commitment, and if you are committed, and what it is that you're committed to. And then we have the Devil. So this could be karmic commitments. This could be overindulgence. This could be obsessions. This could be where you want something so badly that you will do whatever it takes to get it, or you have been doing whatever it takes to get it. Again, we saw that 10 of Wands, feeling burdened, feeling tied, feeling weighted down by an offer, whether it is to make that offer or if it is to receive the offer. There is an offer that is coming from that Knight of Cups. It could be from someone else, and it could be coming from you. Now you will know. You will know how you're feeling when you view this reading. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So we're going from the Knight of Cups to the Knight of Swords, and that is really coming with honesty and the truth about truth needing to be told, truth about obsessive behaviors, truth about the obsession in the commitment, truth about that overindulgence within commitments, wanting to block, not feeling good enough, holding back, feeling like you're held back, wanting to talk about why you were holding back, or that you are holding back, or someone else is holding back. Holding on to and not letting go, that grip of being committed, or feeling like that effort needs to be put in, more effort needs to be put in, wanting to be honest about that. I mean, I can only say, take it as it resonates. When the Devil comes in, it goes all over the place. It's either you are obsessed or someone else is obsessed, but it is about being in a commitment. It is being committed to something. Now, it could be for health reasons. It could. I keep looking at certain. It could be for health here. For some of you, I just can't stop looking at this Kadush here. It's that medicinal healing, that wanting to make sure that someone is okay, like you're sticking around because of their health or your health. Could be for both, could be for someone's, it could be that you're committed to helping someone heal. Again, it's an obsession. And then we have that not feeling good enough, and coming from a sense of lack, or that you want to tell the person how much you miss them and have a second chance. Again, it is medicinal here. Maybe you went through something life-threatening, or maybe they did, and that I'm not letting go, that fight, I'm not letting go. That's what I get when I look at these two cards, is I'm not letting go, and I want to tell you that I love you. That kind of thing, it just, I don't know, but it's bringing my voice lower now. I'm stuck on that. Sorry, Aquarius, it took me there. But it's somebody's health, whether it's yours or someone else's. There's for second chance. We're looking at the Queen of Wands. We want the second chance. We want that adventure. We're determined. Again, with the Devil card showing that there is a determination, it's a holding, it's a gripping, it's not letting go. It's like holding on for life. And that somebody is really not letting go here. If I'm seeing it's a life-threatening situation, could be it's a health situation, and it could just be that they're overly obsessed to the point where they're gripping for life. That is deep love in that sense, but it's obsessive. So, and then wanting to talk about it. Again, it's the Knight. They're very active, taking action. It's not just stagnating. It's not just holding on and drowning in it. It is to move forward. It is to talk. It is that obsession. It's like, I really want to tell you. I have to tell you. I want to tell you how much I miss you. I want to tell you. I want a second chance. I want us to come back together. That kind of thing. And the determination is there. Oh boy. To heal. Oh, okay. To heal and be happy. And that betrayal of I think it's a confession. Somebody wants to confess. Really want to talk. Aquarius. Talk about that possibility. Talk about the potential of a marriage. Talk about the betrayal of an offer. Again, it is the happiness is disappointed. I don't want to be with this person. It's obsessive. Again, it's as if they made the wrong choice and they want to come back and tell you that they did make the wrong choice. You see, it's like holding on for life here. It is for health purposes. It is a relationship that was not allowed, again with the Devil, a commitment that was not allowed, and it was based on someone's health, or they needed to deal with their own situation, and they pulled back in order to deal with that before they could come into a relationship. And now they want to talk about that disappointment and the betrayals, and they want to take, you see, they want to come and talk to you, or you want to talk to somebody about starting over and having that happiness. See, here comes the Knight of Cups, wanting to make an offer to either work with or have a marriage. See, with the marriage card here, it's really being recognized, wanting that commitment to be recognized as marriage, wanting to have and share home with you, or you want to with someone. Aquarius. Again with the Temperance card, working as a team. Again, here's the Ten of Wands. See, with the Two of Swords. Okay, so holding back and putting down the burden, or wanting to make that decision, as if to clear the air, clean slate, start over. Aquarius, that sounds like a good plan. Take it another step. Let's see what the first card says. Oh boy, up in the air. All the chaos, all the confusion, wanting that second chance, dealing with third parties, dealing with a Queen of Wands. Now, it doesn't mean it's a third party, but I can't just rule it out and say it's not a third party. Bringing in the balance. Feeling like you owe it to somebody. Feeling like somebody owes you something. Again, you are trying to bring in the balance. You were going through a lot of chaos. You were going through things that were out of control. You couldn't keep things in control. You've been through quite a bit of chaos, and you want to bring things back into the balance. Here we have the commitment. This is your commitment to bring it into the balance. Again, maybe you are the one that is obsessed with a particular individual and you want to talk to them and you want to let them know how much you miss them and you want a second chance with them and you want to be adventurous with them. You want to talk to them about the third party, if there is one or was one. I mean, you know, because there's disappointment here. Again, Queen of Wands and the Three of Swords. First thing I say is third parties and they're disappointed. Or it could also be that you want to heal and you're determined to heal the disappointment. And you want to see your happiness with this person, or they want to see with you. You want to talk about the betrayal, or you have a plan in action for stability. You want to get married. You just, this is my plan. I want to get married and I want to settle down and I'm determined. You see, it can go either way. Now, if there's no third parties in your situation and what I'm saying here resonates with you, then it is your determination to bring things back into balance. But for you to bring things back into balance is because something went out of balance. And if it is dealing with relationships, it's usually third parties. It doesn't have to be a person, right? It could be your work. It could be other people. It could be the health of another person who you were committed to. And you needed to get past that in order to be able to open the doors now to have a relationship with someone who you were interested. I mean, the stories go on. Could be anything. Knowing that there is a commitment, knowing that there was chaos that now needs to come into balance, knowing that there was an obsession with wanting to speak to, or that kind of communication was being blocked. Communication in itself was being blocked. That you weren't able to express how you feel because you were holding back. And you want a second chance to be able to express that adventure and heal a disappointment in a marriage, or let the person know that whoever they were with it didn't work out, and because of that betrayal, that whatever the betrayal was, you want to start, you want a new start, you want that chance. You see, it keeps coming back to, I want that chance to be in a relationship. I want us to heal. I want us to work together. Again, it could be where you work. It doesn't have to be that loving romance, but when it's that Knight of Cups, it feels like it's very romantic. Very, very romantic. And with this Two of Pentacles here, it's bringing things around, wanting to, feeling like, well, I don't know if I'm coming or going with this person, and I want us to settle down. I want us to talk about it. I want us to overcome whatever it is that was a burden, or I've overcome whatever it was that I needed to talk about, or the mindset. See, again, it's the Knights, and they're very active. They're working on things. They're putting things out there. The action-oriented is the Knights. You know, they're doing the work. So a lot of talking, a lot of thinking, a lot of ideas floating around, bringing in that commitment, or working on having a commitment. You see, that's where things are coming back into the balance for you, whether you're choosing to break or to stay or to come back. Let's see the second card. Here we have the Moon. So now we want to reveal our commitment. We want to reveal through this Knight of Swords. We want to reach out and make an offer because someone is missing another person, and they want a second chance, and they're determined to heal. They're determined to take responsibility for whatever disappointment was there. Now, again, this is in the moment. So we're looking at the full moon. We're looking at the cycle of the moon. We're looking at new moon because we just came through that. But within a month, things will just turn around again and being able to speak, feeling that we want to reveal, feeling that we have that encouragement. I'm sorry, I was going over here. The third card is what's helping or hindering, and then we have the Queen of Swords. So again, we want to be honest, we want to be open, we want to have that conversation, we want someone to come to us. So we're waiting. That waiting factor could be a help, it could be a hindrance, but the honesty in itself is all going to be help. The positivity there. Now, it could be that you're dealing with an air sign. Again, you are an air sign. Could be Libra, could be Gemini, could be someone with strong air in their chart, or they're just taking on the attributes of that mental factor, thinking things out, being clear in the mind as to what is to be said, because we want to speak. Either we're holding back from speaking, somebody wants to speak. Somebody wants to talk about what they're missing, or what happened, or what was, what it was that didn't work. Feeling left out. Somebody wants to talk about that and have a second chance, or make a judgment call, in other words, to say, I want you to judge this. I want you to judge me. I want us to talk. I want us to have that commitment, because Aquarius, this is about you. You are committed. You want to be in a commitment. You want to bring a commitment back into balance. You want to be in a commitment. You want to come away from whatever chaos you were in. Again, speaking the truth is going to be what will help the situation. Being patient too, and waiting for the right moment. But more than anything else, it's the honesty. And then the fourth card is the deep fears and hopes that come with this. So the fear of not being trusted, the fear that the person or the situation in itself may heal or not heal. Because that was the strongest thing I got here. It's about someone's health. Someone is either healing, or they're committed to their health, or the commitment is turning around a life and death situation for some, or that it was, and the obsession of that, or being blocked by that, not coming together, not being able to come together. I mean, this goes very deep, but trust is another factor here. That fear factor of they don't trust me, they won't trust me, or they don't trust me. How can I get them to trust me is where we want to have that honest conversation. We want to come out and speak the truth. We want to talk about what was wrong, what was going on, that sense of lack, why we kept ourselves away, or why I kept myself away from you. That kind of conversation, that judgment call, that determination, that responsibility in relationship, and wanting to have the happiness, or disappointing the happiness of someone else by betraying them. I mean, to talk about it and take that, have a plan for being able to show that there can be trust again. Again, bringing things back into balance with honesty. The fifth card is what is grounding you here is this Ace of Cups. So everything is built on the love that you have, and everything is pushing that momentum to talk, or wanting to talk. Wanting that commitment is based on the love, and the love that you have within. So either you either you were able to go overcome, again with the devil here, overcome whatever it was that was lacking to heal that love. Again, that life and death situation still ringing in here, meaning that you had to go to the lowest low, facing death for some, in order to realize that there's an abundance. The deck just opened up on 8 of Cups. So maybe you've left someone or a situation, or you've let go of someone. And that's what I was about to say. I don't remember which reading it was now. Could be the Leo read. I'm not sure. Don't know why I'm picking on Leo all of a sudden. I guess maybe because of the lion here in this card. But one of the readings I was talking about someone having had an experience where they need to let go. And again, the deck is just splitting open onto the Fool to have a new beginning. So this is where that love is being able to say, I've let go, or I've been able to walk away from whatever obsession or addiction or that blockage here. I'm able to overcome another situation which was very difficult, in fact, and I'm ready to move on with the Fool. I'm ready to take that step, and I want, it's like wanting to talk about having that commitment. This is the propulsion that you get in, and this is all good, and this is very good. This is the new energy. It's like looking at the 2 of Cups in the 5 of Cups is where I was bringing all this. And having it. And now we have that sense of, I'm ready for a commitment. I have all the love in me. I love myself. I'm able to let go so that I can love again. This is someone who is reckoning with their past, which was full of chaos and confusion and not sure who to choose, if to choose, and ready now to make a choice. And the 6th card is lessons learned. So again, being able to choose. Look at that. I just said it. Just said it. Again, coming in with the 9 of Cups. So being satisfied with the choices that were made, knowing that everything that happened was meant to happen. There was no avoidance in the choices that we did make, which would have brought a commitment to maybe a standstill and being held back and having to really think through what it is we want, being able to reckon with what was lost or what was taken, or having to walk away, making that judgment call on where you know you need to go, or who you want to be with, or letting someone go. Could be a third party, could be, again, the determination to make the choice to walk away, or to make that exactly that disappointment in love, that disappointment, making that choice to disappoint someone else's happiness, ending a cycle here, saying, well, what we've had is all we can have, and I don't want any more because there's a betrayal, or there were betrayals, or betraying happiness of someone else. That coming to reckon with that is heavy. It's heavy, especially where there's confusion, and lots of it. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, ready to start, ready for that commitment, ready to take that step and offer marriage, or celebrate that your readiness to go into a commitment, like feeling that now I'm ready. This is where I am now. I'm ready to bring things back into balance because I understood where I was and the choices that I made and the effects that I've had on the next person. I mean, these are the lessons that come with the Seven of Cups. Being able to recognize that each choice that we make has a repercussion at the end of it. Good, bad, or ugly, we need to take that responsibility. And here with the moon, it's either you're ready to reveal or you're still mulling over, going through the understandings, but it feels more like it's a revealing moon rather than a secretive moon. Because of this card, we've come through the imbalance. We've come through the chaos and the confusion. We're here facing that now. We're going past this. So this is why I say it's a revolution, or a revealing moon, rather. Again, the deck split with the Fool to start something new. It's not so much of a secret. It's just opening up to understanding the choices that we've made and the repercussions that those choices have created. Again, that's where the devil comes in, saying I'm holding back from the commitment. I don't want to be in a commitment. I'm over that now. I want to be in the commitment. You see? Bringing things back into the balance. Being honest and straightforward and wanting to speak and opening up to that ability to receive the next person if it is not you that is afraid of going into the commitment, because you may be the one that is not trusting, but your love is going to help you heal that distrust. Because that's what this theme is. From where I'm sitting here, that it is about healing the trust. That is what the commitment is being held back for, because there's no trust. And then the 7th, oh my goodness, I didn't pick an 8th card. Wow. Okay, we'll do that after the 7th card here. Here it is, bringing things back into the balance. That justice. Unfair, and turning it around to be fair, because that's 6 of Pentacles. Somebody is paying out. Somebody is ready to pay out. Somebody is wanting to pay out. You see, that is the pull I'm getting from this read, and I really don't understand how come I didn't pull an 8th card. I thought I did, but that's just what Spirit did to me. To make it a little more interesting, we'll pull one now. The 8th card. It's having that strength to do. Again, I didn't even check. Must be the coffee. Yeah, but everything is in good view. I'm lucky today. Aquarius. It's a beautiful reading. Ending up on the Strength card. Having the strength, dealing with a Leo maybe. Having the strength to be committed. Again, the karmic connection in what goes around comes around. You see? Could be a Scorpio too, very passionate, but I'm not seeing the wands in here as much. I mean, of course we have the 9 of Wands, but it's more in the cups, and not so much the pentacles, but the swords have a good play with the cups today. And then of course the moon is everything. We saw the High Priestess earlier, but that strength is saying that you have the strength to do all of this. You have the strength to bring things back into the balance. You have the strength to move forward with love. That Fool, take that leap of faith, overcome, and want to speak. Again, that's you, Aquarius. You're ready to talk. You're ready to talk about what was missing, or that you were missing someone, and that you want to go into a relationship, or someone is ready to come and talk to you. Again, we have the Queen of Wands, so A lot of Leo flowing around here. A lot of, I mean, it could be a Sagittarius too. It could be a Aries that you might be dealing with. Someone who's very strong, again, with the Strength card. And then having to take that responsibility, owning up to the disappointments, or at least talking about your disappointments in love, because that's what it was. It was a betrayal. I can't see past that. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, wanting to start anew, wanting to make that offer a real offer. We saw with the King, not the King, the Knight of Cups, with the Ten of Wands, that having that burden, feeling burdened, or being burdened by that commitment or that offer to be in a commitment. Wasn't the right time, possibly. But now, time has gone by, and it looks very positive on this end here. Feeling that there's an obligation. Again, that grip, holding on for life. There's a determination in there. Again, with the Strength, it proves that there is determination. With the Queen of Wands as well, not just third parties. Let's take an oracle message. I thank you, Spirit. Just going to put these up here. For a commitment, for Aquarius, this is beautiful. And I'm holding my deck upside down. I'll flip it again. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe. What is the oracle message for Aquarius? Coming into a commitment, wanting to be committed, wanting to face that responsibility, wanting to talk about commitments, wanting to express how you feel. Again, bringing in the balance. This is what is the environment, feeling that you have to, or that it is the right time. It's justice being served. Again, dealing with the air signs. Could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But then that could just be the attributes, if it is not. And I'm not saying that because it's air signs that I'm reading for. It's just, it feels like it's the atmosphere of feeling that you need to come clean and be truthful and show that you can be trusted, or to help the next person feel that they can be trusted. Again, it's lessons learned from chaos and confusion, coming out of chaos and confusion, going into a level mind, you know. It's very deep. It's very personal. It is how you're maneuvering through the situation of, this is where I was with my commitments, or a particular commitment, and now I don't want that, I want this, is to say that the change coming. Again, it is a revealing moon here. Let's see what the oracle message is. Round and round. Look at that. The fates, the star, the destiny, the observer, and to be fair. Again, it is exactly that. It is dealing with how you were with other people, your relationships in general. You see, choices that we make. This is where your lesson is coming in, or lessons actually, because it is an accumulation of having that chaos and confusion from this card, being that that's what you were in, or you coming out of, in the sense where what goes around, being what goes around, is being able to see from above, from a bird's eye view, or a different perspective, if you will, the relationships and why they go the way they go, with that devil here that's always holding back from the commitment, and having these ideas that I'm not good enough. You see? and then holding back and not going into commitments. Now you're feeling like, I don't want that anymore. No one trusts me. You could take it on a personal level with this 9 here. Feeling that you're not trusted. Recognizing why in some cases. But then you have all this love to give. And then no one to give it to. Or feeling that it's going to be rejected because no one trusts. Round and round. Let's take a read. Destiny is coming in here. The fates. I'm going to read on that to cheer you up a little bit, because I know this can be a negative. But then we have to go through the negative. Again, it's a 7 when you break it down. The 25. On the 24, which would have come before that, would have been time for a nap. That's interesting. One of the reads I just did had just that, taking a nap. And after the nap, now it's time to take on again. But take on from a different perspective. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Again, the lesson of confusion. Being confused or confusing others. Again, it's in the choices that we make that defines our destiny. We have to reckon with the repercussions of what we choose when we do choose, because every act we make creates a reaction. So when we choose to go into chaos and confusion, well, the repercussion is imbalance, distrust, walking away even, people leaving the scene, or you leaving the scene, depending on who's doing all the confusion and chaos. And wanting to come clean, reckon with, speak the truth, and be fair, because that's where that comes in. The Justice card is to have an equal give and take, and the only way you can have that is in self-love, recognizing that what you give to yourself is what you would be offering to the next person. It's quite deep, this one. I'm going to look on the protection on that, because we have the devil showing up here. So are you refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you don't need to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact that you are the common denominator in all these repeat performances. Be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure out that you have the power to stop going round and round, you possess the key to your freedom. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, but accountability. You can have the abundant life filled with love and prosperity that Spirit so wants for you. You see? Let's look at the fates, because that's what I was talking about earlier. If you go back, you'll see. Anyway, I'm not rehashing. The fates, 17, that's a positive. It's the star, your destiny. Okay, it's fate, it's karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. Again, those lessons, choices that we make. Well, look at the relationship on that. Because you are committed, you're feeling like you want to speak and reach out to someone. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort? What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Remember, we saw the Eight of Cups. Love, accountability, love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey. I'll read that again. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Unconditional love. It is destined. Whatever you are going through, it is for you to see that you're going through it and to change your perspective and have that courage to trust in spirit and in that unconditional love. If you really want a commitment, you need to let go. You need to let go of having that commitment in the way you think it should be for some of you. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, Aquarius. Until our next read, love and light.